In today's video, we're going to be talking about the Pokemon market cycle. Alright guys, so we're just going to be covering Pokemon market cycles today. If you want to make some money over time, we're going to be talking about how to do that today. Here's just a good example, and probably too good of an example, of how you can make a little bit of money in the hobby. And that's with sealed collecting, and we'll be talking about market cycles and everything. So as all of you guys know, we are in a pretty big bull market right now, maybe slightly cooling down singles wise. Sealed wise, we're still booming pretty well. As you can see here, we have the Evolving Skies box, and we'll take a look at last solds here. 1897, 1968, so basically almost a $2,000 booster box. And it's crazy that this box, I bought one for $117. So, and that's what I want to talk about, and kind of like how the market cycles and sealed product, things like that. So right now would be a good time for people, maybe not Evolving Skies, but some other boxes. I'm sure people are offloading some boxes that they've done well on over time, maybe some XY boxes, different things like that. If you're like me, I'm holding for the long run. When the market cools down, that is when you want to buy. That is when you want to buy booster boxes like this, like Evolving Skies, that you can pick up for $117, and then 4 years later, 5 years later, it's now almost a $2,000 booster box. Now, is it like that for every single set? No, not every set is hitting $2,000 within a few years of release. It's just not realistic. Evolving Skies is like an X factor. The hit rates are really hard. The cards are really cool. Everyone really liked the set. It's probably the best set. Well, it is the best set from the Sword and Shield era, in my opinion. It is the set that I opened the most, and yeah, it was a really fun set. So, should you be going out right now and sinking all kinds of money into Scarlet Violet era product? If you can get it for retail, maybe. Other than that, I would not, because there's probably going to be a better opportunity eventually somewhere along the line to pick up boxes for cheaper than over retail. And it's the same thing, rinse and repeat. You pick up the boxes for $150, whatever you get them for, right? Who knows? It's hard to say now with how popular Pokemon has become. You put the boxes away, you sit on them, you put them in your closet, and a couple years later they're worth 2, 3, 4, 5 times what you paid for the box. And it's not just Evolving Skies. We'll take a look at some of the other sets you can do this with as well. So here's another booster box, Cosmic Eclipse. This is Sun and Moon era. This is the era before Sword and Shield era. And we'll go look at last solds. You can see 2,500 and 2,500 for the Cosmic Eclipse box. And you can see that there's a pretty common factor here, that people are buying these boxes, holding them, and now offloading them for ridiculous amounts of money. How long should you hold the boxes for? That's completely up to you. That's not something I can tell you or someone else can tell you when to sell. It's just kind of like an instinct thing, like, okay, you know, do I want to sell this and maybe move some money into something else? But in my opinion, boxes like Cosmic Eclipse and Evolving Skies are just going to get more and more expensive over time. As more product gets opened up, there's less of them available. Like I always say, it's simple economics. And this is why I like sealed collecting so much, is because I don't want to say it's 100% foolproof, but it's a very good way to put your money into a pretty secure place, I feel like. Even if the market cools off, if you're buying boxes at the right price, you're really not going to get burned too bad. Now, if you're going out right now and you're buying Destined Rivals for $270 a box, might not go well for you in the short term. So this is great and all to look at and just say, yeah, you should have bought these boxes. We'll go ahead, we'll look at a couple Scarlet Violet era boxes, and you know, I'll give you my opinion on those. We could also look at a few of the Sword and Shield era boxes. But yeah, guys, I mean, going back to the market cycles, it's pretty simple. Market booms, offload product. Market doesn't boom, you know, the market's down, that's when you buy everything. The people that do this for real, the people that spend, you know, 5 figures into sealed product when they buy, they're just sitting and waiting right now for the market to tank, and then they're going to buy up all this product. Some boxes that I think you could probably pick up right now, even in the market we're in. I think Silver Tempest will be good in the long run, even at $360 a box. If you sit on it for a while, it'll eventually be $800,000 box as more of it gets opened up. Same goes for... Alright, so we have Destined Rivals, and this is exactly why you do not buy boxes pre-release. Look at this thing, already down to about, what, $250. Let's check last solds on Destined Rivals. It's been out for, what, 2 days? We're at $260, $258. So it seems to be the booster boxes are holding somewhat steady compared, you know, single prices and like all that stuff always tanks as we talk about. Should you buy this at $250? No, do not buy this at $250. They're going to reprint it most likely. So just hold off. And that's, you know, Scarlet Violet, it's tough because we're in such a tough market right now to be buying sealed product like this. I'd personally wait on SV era stuff. Apparently Surging Sparks got a reprint. I don't know, we'll see what happens with that, if it even makes a dent on the price, or some people were saying it already happened. I don't exactly know. I don't have the insider info. I can just tell you what I know. And I got boxes. I paid a little bit up on Surging boxes. I think I got them for like $180 a box. So I'm like, okay, it's still expensive, but put those away because I didn't have any. So I started a position on Surging. Here's another box that should not be this price. Journey Together is still selling for, it looks like, about what, $200 a box, and I saw boxes last night on Walmart for like $185. This box will not maintain this price. This set, it does not get as much love as people think it does, and you could tell by the single prices. This box will come down. Do not buy this at $200. I'm waiting on this. Destined Rival is a little more popular, but I still think it'll come down as well. They're two new sets. Give it time. The market is cooling off a little bit, so I'm hoping that the sealed will even drop a little bit. And just to drive that fact home that you can make money with boxes being more expensive as well. When I first joined the hobby back in 2020, Team Up was about $800, $700 per box. Now if you look at Team Up, last sold $6,000, $5,500, and $4,500. So those are pretty far apart. Obviously that's a very expensive box and a lot of money spent, but last sold $6,000 on a Team Up box. Guys, the box was $800. I could have bought one. Now you got to remember also that the current market and stuff gets printed way more than it used to. So Sun and Moon was printed way less. Yes, so that maybe helps a little bit, but still we see Sword and Shield product. That stuff's doing really well in, you know, on a short amount of time. The same thing's going to happen with Scarlet Violet. The same thing's going to happen with all the XY sets, or whatever they're called, ZA sets. The same thing. It's the same constant thing that has happened for years now. Sealed product appreciates in value because people rip it all open, because it's hard to get a hold of. Whatever thesis you want to say, I just believe it's because of how much of it gets opened. If you just sit around and think how many streamers, how many whatnot people, how many YouTubers are ripping packs every day, hundreds of thousands of packs get ripped. That ultimately makes the boxes more expensive, more rare. And if you just put them in your closet, set them away, you can then sell them in the future for more money, buy more sealed product, rinse and repeat, infinitely grow your money. However you want to think about it. I have a game plan for my stuff. Again, to drive the point home, right now is a seller's market, in my opinion. Wait till the market crashes, scoop up all these booster boxes when no one wants them. Even the sets that people, you know, oh, Scarlet Violet base, that's terrible. Those boxes were like $85 at one point, and wish I would have jumped on that train, but I did not. So I learned my lesson, and getting more wise to realize when no one wants it, that's when you buy. That's when you scoop it all up, because now is not the time to buy. You're buying at a higher price point, which is ultimately not letting you get more product for your buck. So hope this video helped some of you guys. Let me know if this was helpful. I don't know, just kind of a rambling video like usual, but and if you haven't already, go ahead, join our Discord where we talk about things like this frequently. We also have other channels for Legos, TCG Pocket, video games, anything you could think of. If you want to join, the link for the Discord is down below. That's going to be all for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe. Anything helps, and I'll see you on the next one.